But yeah, it's always good to see people who have been in the scene for quite a long time. It's great seeing up and comers, of course, but seeing how these players that they stay dominant and they like how they have actually managed to over the years shape their own play style that makes them distinct enough that people kind of choose to cheer for them as fans.
Definitely, definitely, and I wish they only just kept their names. Shaking my head. Imagine changing your name like 6 years into your career. But
looking at you, special.
Looking at you, special major. Oh my god! As we are getting into our first semifinals of the afternoon,
we are indeed late in spawning. In the top right position, it is the Protoss player from South Korea representing DPG. Give it up for herO.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Altitude, we have the Chinese Terran player himself representing KaiZ Gaming. He is no longer time. He is Oliveira.
Like, ooh, what is that?
Oh,
if you move up a little bit, is it a volcano?
Maybe a volcano, maybe like yeah.
Oh my god, three of them.
Look at him go.
I think it's like a geyser or something. That's the correct word.
Well, I think it's meant to be like I don't know. I was gonna make a reference to, like, the Ice Age and like the volcanic eruptions and all that stuff.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to Ice Age 5. Actually, they've probably made like 7 Ice Ages, right?
True.
Yeah, being annoying. This is something too that is a trademark of herO, just pestering these SCVs. I feel like even in some cases you want to play on a larger map just to prevent this probe from getting and being so annoying.
Yeah. Oh my god, we've seen herO probes kill SCVs time and time again, so hopefully Oliveira can keep his worker safe and sound. There we go, the Marine pops out and is able to fend off this probe. herO, he wants the worker.
Oh my days, this micro. How do players do this and keep... Like, you're just starting to depth another probe. How do you do this, lad?
He's going over it! Oh, okay, no.
This is so... Oh my god, it's so intense, lad!
The jukes, Buffy, the jukes!
Oh, he's going for it!
He's getting
done it! You're so good, lad, oh my lord.
So smooth, so sexy, oh my god, he gets out with the probe. And as all this has been happening, talking a little bit about the map, I don't know if you've taken notes of Altitude, but Altitude is the widest open map in the map pool. There's been a lot of smoging from the Terrans about Altitude, about how open this map is, and especially in some of the other matchups, it's supposed to be an insta-veto.
Oh, wait, so this is in the map pool, right?
Yeah.
Why is there watchtowers where gold bases are?
You can... Okay. So the watchtower is blocking the gold, but if you kill the rocks topple over the watchtower and destroy the watchtower.
Oh,
and then you can expand.
That's gone from the worst designs in the game to the best. I was like, are they just trying to say there's gold minerals here that you can't have them? Oh, man.
Oh my god.
That's actually really cool. I do like that.
Yeah, they're being a little bit creative with some of the features of the map. Meanwhile, speaking of the features, 2 adepts, they slip into the main base. 3 workers already going to be going down.
Yeah, a bit of a rough start there. You're actually keeping an adept in the base. I wonder if...
and another adept is coming in!
I think he's aware of that. Yeah, oh my god, like, this is hectic. And the second adept coming as well. Oh... Luckily, though, for Terran players, adepts they
the Oracle comes in.
Oh, the Oracle as well. Hold that thought, like.
Oh, the Wintermine! The Wintermine!
The Wintermine on top of the SCVs gets another one or two. But I was going to say, adepts they do not 2-shot SCVs anymore because the early adept all-ins were incredibly powerful. But yeah. Oh, let's get that medevac drop.
Yeah, the Medevac and the Oracle do pass each other in the night. The second Oracle is dipping into the main base, and unfortunately there has been no repairs, so a lot of these SCVs are still weakened from the earlier engagements, and they're getting picked off one after the other. Oh my god, 4 more SCVs.
Do Oracles take 3 shots to kill an SCV?
I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 ticks.
Oh my god, I'm switching to Terran.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, here we go. The drop comes in across the map, is able to take down an Oracle that was back at home. So they're dealing a little bit of damage here, even threatening the Phoenix. Oh,
yeah, no, this is actually a pretty annoying drop here from Oliveira, because herO, he's forced to kind of rely on the Phoenix. Doesn't want to use those high-tech units to defend this drop, as he loses the Oracle and the Phoenix, and he even gets the Medevac out, which is quite incredible with 1 hit point. Oracle going to pursue, but there's a Cyclone and Widowmine, like, oh my days.
The bait. Oh, but we have a lift as well. The Cyclone lock-on breaks on the Oracle. Widowmine shot goes off on the Phoenix with these small handful of units. There's a lot of chaos going on here, and Oliveira, he's pushing up.
This is actually, I'm saving this replay. Like, this is an incredible game. There's so many little skirmishes as the Widowmine does just barely get picked off there. The Stalker's going to stay at the Liberator range. The Cyclone being so annoying. Probe's being pulled as well, perhaps slightly early, because it's like these Stalkers actually know they are going to be able to clean this up. And wow, that's there wasn't a lot of units committed there, Lights. A lot of mining time lost, but I do say that the third base, hero's in the better spot in the trade.
Yeah, the third base is up and running. We can look at the units lost tab here, and it looks like herO has lost more gas-wise, definitely, but he can make up for that with the triple Nexus production, and Oliveira is forced to back on off, at least so he was able to make herO's life a little bit uncomfortable, but just now he's getting into stim, just now he's getting into combat shields. It's gonna be taking a little bit here before he can move out once again.
Yeah, so you have the Siege Tanks are going to solidify this position here. It looks like it's going to be, 2 base all in, as you said later. We're going to be seeing, I don't know, when you're adding production, this kind of, is it kind of late to add production here? Because hero's third base is almost already saturated. I know there was skirmishes going early on, but yeah, I guess hero's tech, his robo is a little bit late too, so interesting to see how this pans out. Like,
yeah, you could argue that these 4th and 5th racks from Oliveira are late just because he was focusing so much on his earlier push, so maybe he was slipping up a little bit macro wise as he is eventually getting into this. And so far herO is doing a pretty good job at scouting this. He goes in with his Phoenix and he confirms the rack scout.
He does too, and that's a lot of barracks. A slight supply block that is quite annoying, but yeah, expect to see a bit of a move out once Stim and +1 combat shields. They'll finish as a drop, actually, Medevac drop. Quite interesting, going to be going across the map. So what do you think of this? Like, does this kind of slow down the strength of his push? Because when you know your opponent's got a Stargate on the map, even though there's not many units, it's a bit of a risk, no?
It really is risky, but I think Oliveira knows that he has to take a risk right now. He has to do something to slip on by and get ahead in this game, so he's not as committed when it comes to the push. The double drop is sneaking on towards the third base. So far, it has been unscattered. The watchtower hasn't been taken control of, but the shield batteries are finishing up, and herO's army is in position.
They are indeed. The drop's going to come in, going to grab a sentry, possibly grab a second sentry, and going to grab not the third sentry. Like, he's going to dip on out of there. Keep in mind, though, however, there is the Phoenix, but he knows his opponent does not have Blink. Some units to reinforce to just kind of push this back, and it looks like Oliveira has pulled the trigger. He's going to push his +1 is finished. Like,
yeah, +1 is finished. Stim and Combat Shields is done as well. Concussive Shell is on the way, and here we go. Oliveira is pushing up this ramp, but we have some shield batteries. We still have that 1 sentry, but not enough energy for those force fields.
No, we don't. Archon being morphed into the mix here too, and with the Siege Tanks and the Widow Mines, it's going to be, good to deal with both the Charge Lots and the Stalkers. This is a bit of a strong push here, but hero's going to flank around and go for the engagement.
Oh, he comes in from behind. He's collapsing on top of these tanks. Every single tank is going to be going down. Widowmine shots are going off though, and the Bio Army is still strong. He's diving on top of the Immortals.
He is too, and a big warp in coming in, but it looks like they're going to get killed before they even get on the field, and with no shield battery overcharge to help out, the Pro's being pulled. I think Oliveira's done this.
Yeah, GG gets called. Oliveira with the 2 base all in. He was able to sneak out across the map and break herO. Oh.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, wow, that was interesting. That was actually, let me rename this replay. Yeah. Cool game. Cool game. I'm surprised that's not even been saved yet.
Oh my god, it was really good. I mean, again, massive shout out to the follow-up double drop, right? Because we were concerned, like, is this a wise choice? If he loses these units, then he's gonna be like throwing the game, like it's gonna be gone. But with that initial double drop, if you remember, I feel like killing those sentries was pretty crucial. Like the inability for herO to force field that ramp and cut up the army was huge. And I feel like it did really lead to Oliveira eventually winning that fight and winning the game.
Yeah, most definitely. When you realize that how important Guardian Shield is overlooked quite a bit. That cuts down, is it -2 attack for ranged attacks?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's when you got stimmed by her and you know, you're shooting that much. That's a big kind of difference too. So again, these guys are the pros. I don't know what I'm talking about. It wasn't a risky drop. It was the perfect play. But yeah, we're gonna hop into game number 2 here on my favorite map that I've known for ages, Dragon Scales.
Oh yeah, the map without the dragons or the scales.
True, but they are dragon bones.
True,
I guess. But yeah, here we go. Like spawning in the bottom right position is the player who is currently down 1-0, playing for Team DPG all the way from South Korea. It is herO.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have the Chinese Terran player representing KaiZ Gaming. It is Oliveira. Oh, not gonna lie. Every time I say his name, I want to say aloe vera.
Aloe vera drink.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It looks like we're gonna have a. Yeah. Have we already had a TvP on this map? I feel like we had Honmono versus
Chance.
Yeah, Chance. That's it.
Yeah, we saw the 2 base all in with the tanks pushing up into the ramp, eventually failing, eventually petering out.
Something I've just noticed, like this main base on this map are huge.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's worth walling off the Reaper jump cliff because it's going to be so hard to defend those that cybercore unit at the start.
Yeah, a lot of these maps do have large main bases like Dragon Scale, as you're pointing out, and oh boy, that's another one of those things that some of these races are going to have to adapt to. You know, where are they going to throw down their SimCity in these matchups? Is it worth walling off? Is it worth getting a little bit better SimCity in the mineral line instead? These are the questions that they need to be asking themselves.
They certainly do, and thinking on the fly is one of the reasons that these guys are the best. They're the best at it. As herO probe can be so annoying. He's going to finish the barracks. Does scout the second barracks over, which is good. Great position for it, I'd say, because he's like jump on down as the main base so big, and at least herO knows how to adapt to the situation upcoming, and he does start his adept.
Yeah, Adept is already on the way. He has scouted the 2-Rax opener, as you were pointing out. Really appreciate that Oliveira is mixing things up despite the fact that he's ahead in this series. He wants to be a little bit more aggressive at the start of game number 2. And we'll see if he can out-control and out-position herO here. You know, it is a bit of a tough ask, but he's already up in this series. So we'll see what Oliveira can get done with these Reapers.
Yeah, it does give you a bit of leeway when you're up in the series to try something a little bit new. You can always fall back to what what's the standard is, what works out best for you. But again, it's always a point, like when you beat someone playing standard, they're also going to think, I need to do something a bit different, because either correct themselves or to adapt to what your opponent's standard play is, which means that they could probably try and play a bit more solid and just do something cheeky like this. So yeah, it'll be curious to see if he just commits there, or if he just use it for a bit of scouting like Hellion-esque control.
Yeah, we'll see as the 3 Reapers do get into the main base, but 2 Adepts are ready and waiting for him, so herO is able to push this back. Doesn't get a kill on any of those Reapers though. We also have a shield battery going down in the main base, so herO is just getting ready for the worst case scenario if the Reapers do get into the mineral line. He's going to have a little bit more breathing room to respond, as now we have 4 Reapers coming in.
4 Reapers, that's one more than 3 Reapers, as these Adepts are going to force them away. Does catch one of the Reapers, which is pretty handy there. Oracle even coming out, which not a bad choice. Going to shut down these Reapers pretty quickly, I'd say. But again, the Reapers is just, it's just a kind of just the opener, as we see a Starport now coming down with Widow Mines as well, and Marines. So is this a bit of a two-base opener? He's got a bunker coming too. What do you think he's going to be expecting to do this mid game?
Yeah, so he's transitioning into a bit of a 2-1-1 here. Stim already on the way, much faster than the previous game. So I imagine he is going to be pushing on those two bases. And it's going to be on herO to try and scout what's going on. He doesn't see anything in the main base, but the adepts and the positioning, ooh, he's going to be able to deny a lot of mining.
Yeah, he certainly will. And this is such a headache because when you do these kind of tight two-base timing builds, you know your economy, you know what you're going to be able to churn out. But even the Oracle coming in too, it's just delaying this mining time. He's going to lose SCVs to clean this up eventually too. It's not what you want, Oliveira, at this point.
Yeah, and he dives in with both Oracles as well. All these Marines are going to be going down. Meanwhile, we do have a Widow Mine in the main base. It does go off.
It does too, and choosing to focus down that Widow Mine, good little choice there. But, oh, a second Widow Mine as well. I did not spot that. I thought I did, but yeah, pretty good crisis management here by Oliveira, all things considered.
Definitely for an Oracle to go down, for the Adepts to go down as well. We have a third Oracle showing up. We have a fourth Oracle behind this, by the way. herO is not stopping Oracle production.
What? Has herO forgot what matchup he's playing in? Adept Oracle? But, yeah, no, it's like it's going to be a bit of a hold here. Third base being taken to by herO. Man, the base is so open. Oh my lord.
Yeah. Look at that. It's these spaces are so vulnerable, but regardless, herO is taking that third. We do have a drop coming out across the map, but now we have 3 Oracles banking on up, and herO, he's coming back in. This time, is he going to be able to avoid disaster, avoid that Widow Mine shot? Oh.
I think this is actually a bit of the Marine move out. Kind of smart by herO to go the extra Oracle, because when Oliveira, he's held and he knows he can move out across. No, there's another couple of Oracles coming in, so this is calamity here for our Terran player.
It really is. We do have a drop coming in across the map, but we have Zealots to defend. These are slow lots, by the way, so these Zealots are going to have a pretty hard time defending. Regardless, they are going to be able to force Oliveira back, as he is forced back by the Phoenixes, by those Oracles.
There are indeed the Oracles and the Phoenix. Now, what do you do here? Do you stand and fight the Oracles, or do you lift up and fight try a chance with the Phoenix in the air? It looks like he's going to try and just kind of push away and zone out these units until medevac boost is back and then just fly back. No, he's just going to walk on home. So, curious here, like, as we see a third gas going down. I'm still not sure what Oliveira's game plan seems to be here. I guess a 2-base timing, correct? He's down a lot of supply.
I would assume so, but he just lost a tank, if you remember, to the Oracle harass. So I don't know if it's possible to go for this timing. He also lost a reactor on his starport. Like, these Oracles have gotten out of control. We can see even here the starport, the second starport is delayed. He was going for a 2 starport build. What? Oh wait, that's alright.
2 starports, like,
yeah, I'm blind. Okay. I clicked on it and it said starport, and I was very confused.
Oh my lord! Oh, it's a third command center. Oh my god, I'm yawning. I'm finally waking up. But yeah, herO, he's not taking the gases at his third base. This is a bit of a more slightly, I want to say, older school build where the Protoss just they get their 4 gas and they just expand and mass gateway units like a madman. Do you think that's what's happening here?
Yeah, the Haas Swarm Toss style. It looks like that is to be the case. So we have Storm on the way, so he's going to be mixing in some Archons and mixing in some High Templar. herO, more importantly, he scouts and he confirms the 3rd CC on the way, so he knows that Oliveira is thinking ahead. He knows that if he was planning to go for a 2-base all-in, that is no longer the case, and now herO is going to have that much more freedom to expand and take a 4th.
He certainly will, and that's the thing too, when you see your opponent gearing up to take their 3rd and you've already got a 3rd, well, you're in a great spot, 1, and 2, you can just take a 4th base as herO's doing now. And yeah, he's got a lot of map control. If you look at the map, there's blue all over it. You've got, the Zealots at home, you've got a gateway being built across, you've got a pylon on the other side of the map, the Zealots. So the Oracle's outside the main base. It's really kind of a dominating kind of situation here from herO, really making sure that he can't lose this because he's already ahead.
Yeah, he wants to get eyes on any kind of move out, on any kind of doom drop that Oliveira would go for. Meanwhile, herO, instead of throwing down a 4th CC, he's going for a bit of a gateway explosion. 4 more gates are being thrown down. Storm is now complete. He's got a lot of Phoenixes. He's got a lot of Zealots, and I don't know if pushing up into the natural is going to be the wisest choice, but if Oliveira ever moves out, mate, herO will be more than happy to meet him.
Yeah, I did say herO had like units all over the map, but somehow this drop slipped out towards the south of the main, and now this is where it could be a bit dicey for Oliveira, because yes, he has medevacs, and The problem is he has a bit more confidence to leave. Actually, the SCV transfer coming in, but the Chargelots and Phoenix already here, like.
Oh, they are already here. The Woodmine shots are going to be so crucial here in the defense for Oliveira. The Storm! Oh.
The Storm, actually, the Marines being protected by the stasis mods. I don't think I've seen that before, but yeah, there's some Ghosts actually on the field too, and a lot of high tempo. Look how many he's got, like, oh my god, but they all get EMP.
Oh, the EMPs were on point from Oliveira. No more Storms available. They're all being forced to morph into Archons instead. Oliveira is making the best out of this bad situation, out of what he has, but he doesn't have enough to really secure this third base. He's forced to back off and expand towards the north.
He certainly is. He takes the top base, but lo and behold, there's a couple pylons and a gateway there too. So hero's going to be aware of this base being taken, and it's like the army here for Oliveira. It's very squishy, very marine based. It doesn't have marauders, but against Chargelot, Archon, and High Templar in the Warp Prison, it's going to be a tricky one with Oracles too.
Oh, the friendly fire! Oh my god, the entire marine army dies to Widow Mines.
Oh my god, I thought I covered everything that could kill the squishiness of the army there, but no, I forgot the Widow Mines. Oh my god, puppy, no.
The traitor mines, mate. We didn't even need the Storm. It was crazy.
Game paused.
Oh, pause is called. Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit of a pause here, as it seems to be a little bit of latency, so we're gonna wait. We're gonna be waiting for things to pass. Oh, hopefully any kind of latency didn't affect Oliveira a little bit too much, as we are going to be getting back into this, and oh, the countdown is upon us.
It is too, as the game is unpaused, and a couple of Widow Mines, reasonable kind of choke made here by the Dino and the turret, but it seems that it's just units here, like, oh my days.
Oh my god, the Storms finally come in. They blanket the army, all Oliveira. Here we go. The Chargelots are rushing on forward as well, and yeah, herO just had such a great start to the game. GG gets called. herO ties up the series 1-1.
He does indeed, and I need to go to the bathroom, so I might just join the next game and head off if that's okay.
It's all good, Papi. It's all good.
I went straight from the gym to here, so but yes, 1-1. Really good. These two players, like, they have some great. I don't know if it's just a series, but both these games have been pretty fun. That was a bit of a difficult one for Oliveira with how the harass was going on, but he's the type of player that's capable enough to really kind of, you know, assess the situation and then just make the best decision. It may not be a winning decision, but it makes the games closer and fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I think both players are willing to be aggressive and take chances whenever they can, and that leads towards these, like, fun matches. You know, we don't have any one of these players just, like, being boring and chilling and defending back at home and going, you know, like, just more of a, if I could say, more of the European style of play at times. They're willing to be in your face, and that's the kind of StarCraft that we love to watch, that we love to cast.
It certainly is. As we jump into game number 3, I'll be back soon, Light. I must leave now.
All good. So Chase will be returning shortly, but before that happens, we have game number 3, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon, we have the Chinese Terran player representing KZ Gaming, KZG. It is Oliveira. Oh boy, we've had a very intense game 1 and game 2. If you remember, in game 2, Oliveira decided to mix things up with a 2 racks opener, opening up with 4 Reapers. And honestly, that hurt him more than it helped him. If you recall, when he did go for his attack with his 4 Reapers, he got 2 probes, I believe 2 probes max, and then he was forced back, and then he kind of was forced to relinquish map control, and herO was able to abuse Oliveira a little bit with the Adepts and with the Mass Oracle opener. So I'm sure Oliveira is going to be playing things a little bit more standard here in the Ace match. herO We've seen Stargate openers time and time again, and I'm sure we're going to see it again in Game 3. Oh. Okay, never mind. He had queued up to throw down a second gateway, but no, he goes for a cybercore. I was very confused for a moment, but there we go. Do you have a regular kind of gate expand coming out from herO? You know, kind of what we would expect to see here. No proxies, no probes out on the map. Nothing crazy. Feels bad, man. Oh god, which is probably a good thing, because that means that things will slow down and give Chase some time to rejoin me here in the cast. I won't have to be alone anymore. Smooch. Smooch, papi, smooch. As this is pretty interesting here. herO actually committed and he made the first Zealot. Typically you skip the Zealot because you can't get a lot of value out of it. If you do make the Zealot, it's typically a safe play in case you think you're getting proxied. We can see he's sneaking out across the map. The goal here is to avoid the Reaper, but oh, Oliveira, the Reaper pathing is a little bit too good. He does come across this Zealot. If he was able to avoid the Reaper, he would have been able to get on top of the building CC on the low ground and delay that CC. Unfortunately, that is not the case, so herO, he hasn't really been able to do too much. Right now, he's trying to keep the attention of the Reaper here towards the south. The Adept is sneaking in towards the north, so herO's trying to make the best out of a bad situation. He's hoping that the Reaper is still going to be out of position, and he gets across the map, and can he just force the denial? Up, or the delay, up! Oh, he kills the SCV, but he doesn't delay the CC. Oh, again, 1 second too late there. herO is forced back, and Oliveira is free to morph it into an orbital. Oh. Behind this, Oliveira is going into a 1-1-1 opener. No 2-on-1s or anything crazy like that. No add-on switches either. He's just playing it out safely because he hasn't gotten much scouting information. He's going for a Cyclone. This, of course, does keep you safe against Stargate openers in case an Oracle does come in. Meanwhile, we do have the Reaper and the Hellion trying to slip into the natural, but they don't really get too much done. Looking at the units tab, yeah, they didn't get a single worker. herO happened to be in position with his units. He cleans everything up, and now it's herO's turn to be the aggressor. The Oracle dips on in. The Marines were weakened from earlier, and the Oracle is going to be able to take down every single one of them down, but no! Oh my god, the greed of herO! He sticks around a little bit too long. We have the lock-on. And herO loses his first Oracle for 4 Marines. That is not a trade you want to be having. But herO, just like the previous game, he's committing. We have a second Oracle and a third Oracle. We could even see a fourth. Oracle on the way. For the time being, once again, the Cyclone and the Viking, they're being preoccupied towards the center of the map. The Oracle slips on in and is going to be able to get some SCV kills. At the same time, the Adepts shade in as well, so herO just trying to pile on the multi-prong harassment here. He's going to be able to recall in the end, and this time not too bad. It could have been worse. He keeps his Oracles alive, and he's coming in with the third Oracle.
He certainly does, like, and I don't know about you, but 3's a crowd, and that's a lot of Oracles. I'm back. Sorry, thank you for your patience. And yeah, my fear is that I join and it would be like, sorry, restart, and it's just like I'm stuck in the game and you're like,
no. You were waiting for you to time out or something. Oh my god.
And you have to explain, no, he's not joining this game, he's AFK.
Smooch. But here we go, the Oracles are coming back in, an insane amount of damage being done, by the way, just to catch you up. No Widow Mines were made. Instead, Oliveira opened up Cyclone, and things started off quite well, but things are falling apart very quickly here.
Yeah, and I kind of feel, I understand like the feeling to kind of like cut, you know, when you get a little bit behind because he has lost 10 workers, to cut turrets and try and just use your offensive forces as defensive ones, such as Widowman's Marines in this case. But just one missile turret is this Oracle just taken out. One turret can, you know, really help, like that.
It really can. Meanwhile, in come the Stalkers, and the Cyclone was out of position trying to hunt down that Oracle. The Cyclone goes down. Oh my god, and herO, he is not stopping. He's rallying his Stalkers across the map, bearing in mind that he doesn't have Blink. These are vanilla Stalkers, but these are also vanilla Marines.
They are too. There's no upgrades on them. Oh, the Phoenix is taking out, but some Marines, they need to be a bit careful. Like, and so much on the production, man. It's just Phoenix and probes here for herO, and all that all that Oliveira has to do is really just hold on here until his upgrades kick in. Stim combat shields +1 all about to finish. But it looks like if the Medivacs, he should be able to kind of overpower this with the upgrades finishing up. And yeah, it looks like he will be able to.
Oh my god, he should be able to. Yeah, here we go with the stutter stepping. The Stalkers are being forced back. Oliveira is going to be able to hold on. But look at the workers right now. herO has a third base behind this.
He does too, and the way that the upgrades kind of shaped up for Oliveira makes me think he's planning on doing a 2-base kind of push, but when you're doing a 2-base push, like, you don't want to be bleeding units like this, so I'm not sure what happened early on, but herO just seems to be in control of this game.
Yeah, he really is. We do see every single Widowmine gets targeted down here, the Medivacs as well, and even if Oliveira pushes its back, he's losing so much.
Yeah, the start of fight, you're even going to lose another Medivac, and I feel like this is another one of those situations where Oliveira, you know, you build up for a 2-base all-in, but you don't have an army. What do you do now?
It looks like the answer is throw down a third CC. It's not the best answer, but it is an answer nonetheless. He recognizes that he can't really pull off the 2-base all-in. Oh my god, the last Medivac barely survives on 6 HP. I spoke too soon!
Never mind that. It doesn't say. And these Phoenix can almost actually lift up these Marines. As actually these actual extra Marines adding in, it won't be able to. But yeah, this is a painful one to watch. Like, oh my god, the Widowmine seem to be careful.
Oh my god, speaking of, one Widowmine is going to get picked up, the second Widowmine as well. The value that herO gets with what little units he has is insane. The Phoenixes survive, but Oliveira comes in and from behind he picks up one of those Phoenixes.
He does too, and the Phoenix now they're more kind of going to be utilized as a bit of a scouting. Oh no, he's got a couple more Phoenix coming in. I was going to say more of a scouting kind of squadron than an actual force to be reckoned with, but no, he's making more. The gateway units coming across the map, charge about to finish, and even though it's just a small contingency of gateway units, it could be enough to break the army of Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira, he goes for a scan. He sees how saturated that third base is. His heart sinks, recognizing how far behind he is, and here we go. herO is committing for this fight. He's going to be losing a lot of Phoenixes, though. Again, not the best fight here for herO. Maybe overextending a little bit.
Yeah, possibly. It looks like with these Widowmines now buried, he's going to provide a little bit more of a backbone of a push. Nice little split off there by herO. But yeah, it's going to be such a struggle. You know, the Terran army, it's great when it's in large numbers. It's great as a defensive unit, but when you need to move out like this, it's a little tricky to kind of secure the third base like Sunshine.
It really is, but finally Oliveira is getting his third base up and running. He's been able to survive this long, and we'll see if he can survive even longer, as he is going to be getting into that. I believe I saw, yeah, the Ghost Academy has finished up. He's getting into his Ghosts. He's going to be getting into his EMPs.
That is too, indeed. Ghost, great unit versus Protoss. It's always handy when you have a unit that has a ability that's, you know, specific to a race, kind of. I guess kind of specific to a race, but EMP against Archon is going to be tricky, but the Gateway Force, it's starting to, it's still a little bit small, but with these extra kind of economies, another base gets scanned by Oliveira. He does not see the fourth base, actually. It's starting to look a bit like it's going to be a slippery slope coming up.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Oliveira, he hasn't been able to move out across the map the entire game. He just hasn't been able to, and he's going to be forced to stay at home. 2 more of these Widowmines get picked off. These Phoenixes are just a massive thorn in his side. They've gotten so much value over the course of this game, and they are not stopping. They're getting more workers.
They are too, and mules are great, but you don't have so many for a couple of CCs. As the engagement goes down now, great kind of EMP misses at the Archon server. Zealot's coming to reinforce, and with the Phoenix in the skies, there is no way to retreat, and Oliveira is going to fall as herO takes the series 2-1.
GG. Oliveira playing into herO's hand. herO, he just was able to cut and just be as aggressive and as harassing as possible to Oliveira, to a point where Oliveira's like, screw it, I'm just gonna move out. I've had enough of defending back at home and taking all this damage, and he just played right into herO's hands. He had Zealots all over the place. He came in essentially with a 360 surround, and GG. GG.
And GG indeed. Like, yeah, it was kind of a sudden end to it, wasn't it? I mean, the running was kind of on the wall, but it just yeah, got jumped on when he left his base. That's all that needed to be happen. And it looks like herO is going to be our first semi-finalist. Like,
GG, well played. herO is our first finalist, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did I say semi-finalist?
Yeah.
Not a McClown. I think the secret.
So good, so good. He is our first finalist. He moves on to the grand finals, where he's going to be patiently waiting for his next opponent. The winner of Scarlet and Dark. We have a couple of updates on the bracket. Exclamation mark B.
Oh, the Zerg Cabal is back in action. Here we go.
Let's go, Papi. Let's go. So Scarlet did take down Gumiho 2-0. Dark likewise took down Nice 2-0 as well.
Oh,